Oh, you're gonna do it in 45 minutes.
No, right.
So I gotta time myself.
Yeah, you time. Can you time us, right? If you say at 10:30,
Let's get it on the timer.
like this, done, you know?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Okay. I'm gonna say, right? So I'm sitting right here because usually I want to make sure in the circle.
And then,
Question.
Yeah.
When you go into a listening appointment, where do you set the stage at? You set it in the living room, the
that's
kitchen,
a great question.
the
Yes.
garage, would they have a game place?
Yep. So you want me to
Go ahead.
answer that? Okay, first of all, we've already walked and toured the house with them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we walked through the house and then they pointed out all the things that they've done. And great, and we bonded a little bit and they were able to share with us all the neat things that they had in their house. Now we sit down. It's always going to be not in the living room on the couch. It's
No.
gonna be at the kitchen table. Okay,
Right.
and if there's things on the kitchen table, the one thing that you want to do is you want to pick things up for them and say, hey, let's clear the table out because let's sit here.
I always clear the table for them. Every time I go to the appointment, I say, how about let's sit in the kitchen because it's easier to show you all the material I have for you. And then I bring stuff up.
They never say no. They never say no.
Does that answer your
So,
question? Because sitting
okay.
the couch is very uncomfortable to show material.
Okay, one more thing, you guys, if they offer you a glass of water or
Oh, yeah.
anything to drink, never say no to that.
Never.
Why is that?
Just, well, I won't say disrespectful, it's kind of like you building that relationship with them, and it's kind of like you building a marriage.
Yeah.
You're building a
An
relationship.
agreement, you be an agreement.
It
you know?
makes them feel good if they're serving you and they want to serve you and you say no, it does something in their brain. Okay, so it's all about hospitality. They want to be hospitable because you're in their domain, you're in their house,
Mhm.
right?
And some cultures, they're very hospitality.
Yes.
They
Correct.
Like
Mm-hmm.
coffee, water.
Yeah.
snacks.
Yep, and it's almost like an insult if they say no. Let's say if they have some treats or things like that, say, no, I'm good. That relationship is gonna be a little bit tainted. Okay, and you want to make sure that everything is flowing. Daniel?
Also, on your side, you want them to get a yes for the stuff.
Correct.
That's right.
You want to initiate that by saying yes.
Everything starts out with a yes. That's correct.
Sometimes I got a treat from a client and I know I don't like it, but I have to eat it. And I said, I don't
tastes
show
so
that.
good.
I say, "Oh, so good. I never seen this before."
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Okay, good so far?
Good so far? Okay, good. All right, so
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna start it. So Eric and Jessica, thank you so much for showing us the home today. And we appreciate you, show things that you love in the house, right? So can you remind us a little bit about, why you wanna sell your home in the first place?
So we are preferring to move to nearby area because
Okay.
of our kids.
Oh,
their
nearby.
school,
Mm,
yeah,
I
here
see.
is
Schools.
far, yeah.
So the school, what area you were looking at?
Mhm. Kirkland.
Kirkland. Oh, that's a good one.
To go to.
Yeah, we definitely love the Kirkland
It's,
area.
it's closer to her job, but I have to commute an hour away to it.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
closer. So commute, right?
So
Kirkland.
somebody must be with the kids.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And how many kids you have?
Sorry.
Four. Wow, a busy family. What grade are you? Are they?
I wanted 10, but she cut it
Oh,
out.
my God.
Yeah.
What grade are they? What grade are they?
One is a Head Start.
Head Start.
The other one
Nice.
is in fifth,
Fifth. Wow.
ninth, and seventh.
Wow. Nine,
It's
seven.
9 and 7.
Wow, that's a big
I think
family.
I married early.
I see that. Okay.
Good.
Okay. So you say Kirkland. Have you seen any home in Kirkland?
Well, we're trying to do Kirkland,
Kirkland?
school district just to the education
Gotcha.
there.
Okay.
And also, the community
Community?
Mm,
Okay.
that's there,
Okay.
we kind of like that, and the parks.
Parks.
And the hospital,
Yeah.
that's all nearby.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we don't want anything that's kind of like more than 30 minutes away from, if we need to visit, the emergency.
Gotcha. I see.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you want to be commute and a good place for kids and park and community. Is anything else that important to you also for moving a new place?
We prefer to have churches around
Church?
us,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
See, make sure I ask around. I don't
Mhm.
skip the Just only, I have make mistake before. I talk to the husband all the time and then the wife say, you didn't talk to me. I don't want to listen with you. I make a big mistake before, to let you know.
We learn really quick.
We learn really quick.
Yeah, well, we were working off the seat of our pants when we started out.
Yeah.
And, it was trial and error, and,
Yeah.
and we don't want to do trial and error with our clients. We want to know exactly, what is the game that we're playing, and that is the game of real estate is that this is the biggest investment in their lives. They're going to need to trust us with that big investment in order to, net the most amount of money in the least amount of time and less hassle, and that's what we're trying to do here,
Awesome. Yeah.
and build that trust.
So we're trying to look for, when I grew up, sharing a room with my brother
Okay,
and, but she would like the kids to have their separate rooms.
Okay.
So we're kind of back and forth on how many bedrooms we want.
Mm.
I think, having the kids sharing the room feels more, family oriented and they could kind of.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like share secrets the way me and my brother did.
Mhm.
She would like the kids to have their own mind kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but when they grow up, they want to rent, for example, one room. So I
Okay.
prefer like two master rooms.
two master. Wow,
masters.
two master bedroom.
Yeah, that's,
That's exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, I see some. Have you seen any home at all?
and not yet, just from outside. We were
Just
looking at
outside?
the neighborhood.
Okay, so like open house visiting?
Yeah,
Gotcha. So I know that you on the market before, right? And what the feedback you've been getting since you on the market?
When we list our
Yeah.
house, a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
I thought the agent wasn't engaged with us.
So no engage,
uh,
okay.
Not telling us, how the market was going. It was more of coming in, signing, and they promised all the services, but then when it came down to it,
Mhm.
the service wasn't there.
I see.
So
Gotcha.
I'm the type of person that when I pick up the phone, I want an answer right there, like what's going on, what have you
Mhm.
done? But yeah, can you just give me an update?
Okay.
And I think it's more of it, give me an update that I
Mhm.
mean, I feel more safer saying that
Right.
I hired you to do your job and that's what I kind of expect.
Gotcha.
And I expect the same from me to you guys,
Mm.
back and forth, so.
Yeah.
Right.
More communication
Okay.
will be helpful.
Gotcha.
Okay.
What I'm hearing you're looking for communication. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else that you add on, Jessica?
no, actually, I agree with my husband.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And anything else besides communication and most important
Yeah.
for you?
Before, like, it was him mostly, he was the agent.
Okay.
So I prefer now me and him
Okay.
together to be,
Both, communicate both to
Be
you.
involved in the communication.
So that's mean either group text,
yeah,
group call.
exactly.
I like that
Okay.
because I do that constantly with, client would have a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
So beside the house and the listing, would you have any showing or feedback? They talk about your home?
Well, the house that we're living in now was built in 1965, so it's
1965.
probably a little bit outdated. Some
Okay.
of the stuff that needed to be updated, like the lighting,
Yeah, lighting,
the trim work,
Mhm.
okay,
maybe updating the rug.
Okay.
But the thing is, I mean, the rugs is pretty new.
Uh-huh.
But we don't really want to spend so much money
I see,
on trying to remodel. 'cause
Right.
that's
Right.
The piece of purpose of
Okay.
right.
selling the house, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
What do you think about?
If you wanna recommend some things we can do.
Sure.
Okay, recommendation,
We can do that.
we
Yeah.
can talk more about the rug. Anything else beside this, lighting, trimming, outdated, anything else that you get feedback from people showing your home?
One thing, we had a feedback was, a lot of people are concerned about the roof. The roof is
The roof,
about
okay.
15 years old.
Mhm.
Okay,
I don't feel that it needs a new roof.
okay,
Mhm.
But a lot of the, buyers, when they're looking, they wanted us to put a new roof. And
Okay.
gotcha. You will-
I cover that.
I'm actually not willing
Okay.
to put a new roof since
Okay.
the roof is 15 years old and
Right.
50 years
Yeah, mhm,
warranty on it.
right,
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
I don't think.
Yeah.
if-
Was it,
if-
do you think it was because there was a little bit moss up there? or something like
Probably.
that? Yeah.
Mm,
Cause we
Okay.
live around, Douglas Worth,
Yeah, a lot of-
stuff like that. So you
Right,
have, like,
right.
tiny little-
gotcha.
Okay.
So little moss, that's it,
Mhm.
right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, and since our house isn't there enough, and we wanna move to Kirkland,
Uh-huh.
so there might be difference in prices.
Right,
Mhm.
so
yeah,
That we wanna pay.
gotcha.
So we would like to be, aware of the prices, the things.
Very
that-
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. That's my next question is, have you worked with any lenders during the time you put on your home on the market to see how much you can qualify to buy a next home?
I think when we were deciding, it was when we put our house up for sale the
Mhm.
last time, we
Uh-huh.
were just gonna rent first.
I see.
Just because the way the market was, it was kind of going
Mhm.
crazy, but now I believe we have come to agreement where we have to sell first.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
order to go into a house,
Okay,
but we're trying, what we were trying to do is try to stay in the same price, not the price point for the mortgage payment. right?
Gotcha.
So what we're paying now, the extra cash that we get, just throw it into the house, so our
Mm.
mortgage payments will be the
Gotcha.
same.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
So, and that's something which kind of talking with the lender about that.
Yeah, actually, we listed our property in the COVID timing,
Mm.
so it wasn't the right time.
I see. Right time, gotcha. So have you like looking at how much you wanna get out this home to buy another home and talk to the lender?
How much was it when we looked at Kirkland? Sales from about 900,000 to.
Yeah.
Okay, 900,000, okay.
I believe, just looking through Zillow and,
Mhm.
Redfin, the market in our area right now is going for like, I want to say eight, nine, depending on
Okay.
the upgrade and stuff.
I see,
like that.
uh-huh,
So I think that give us a like not even a buffer, puts us over what, 300,000.
Okay.
But I'm willing to kind of go around that range
I see,
if necessary.
I see, okay.
Okay.
So you wanna look at 300,000 and buy something at 1.1 or 1
Yeah.
million equivalent, okay? So, I mean, right now you work with any lender or are you looking for someone that give you a better rate and better term?
Oh, we haven't seen.
They haven't?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, do you know if you, didn't your girlfriend said that she has someone that she recommended?
She recommended someone, but I prefer like our like new agent, they
Okay.
recommend for us.
Mhm.
They like somebody to work.
awesome,
with
yeah.
them to them.
Good. We have some lender vendors we can share with you in contact, so they can give you some option there. Yeah, good.
Mhm.
So in a perfect world, you get your house sold today, you moving to a next home, right? What is really your ideal timeline right now to get this home sold?
Well, we're right now, we're in April, so I think like, since the kids has 2 more months.
Yeah.
Of school left,
2 more months go left,
Uh,
okay?
I think we're after. Or,
Yeah, so in summertime.
Summertime?
vacation,
So like
because-
right after the kid out of school, then you wanna move.
yeah,
Okay,
because that's gonna be their 7th time.
Right.
Moving furniture.
so really it's, okay,
And before school starts.
Right, before
We're
school
moving
start.
them for use.
okay.
Right.
Okay, so you're
Right.
looking for maybe out of this year school and then you can move.
Yeah.
Right, that's the ideal timeline. What if it happened before that?
What happened before?
Yeah, if this home sold before that. What would be okay with that?
We need to check for the school bonds and all this.
Right,
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit hard, but
Okay.
there's opportunity.
okay,
Let's-
I'll say, okay, opportunity there.
If there's an
Opportunity.
opportunity, is what you're saying, is that you might entertain that idea. Okay.
Okay, and
Take a look at the
we always say too, like, at this time, people buying and then they can rent, they allow the owner rent back
Hmm.
for some time. So that could be an option, just keep that
Could
in
be.
mind.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you never know, you can get your money now and before then the market changing.
Yep, and the last thing you want to do is sell your house in the summertime when things slow down. And market, as you know, in April is very, very hot.
Mhm.
So that's something that we can talk about too.
Okay, so I know I asked a lot of questions. We're gonna really wanna help you to see how we can get your house sold here. Thank you for sharing your story, your goals and motivation. Now, before we started, I wanna ask you, what are 3 things that you're looking for from an agent like myself to get your house sold this time?
Well, the one thing is communication,
Okay,
Okay.
like you mentioned earlier, yeah,
an update at least once a week.
once a week update,
Got it?
And that could be through email, text, if I don't pick up the phone.
Okay.
Or you can text my
Yeah.
wife or call.
Right.
She can update me
Okay.
like that.
Okay,
Just kind of, I think communication is the one thing for me.
okay,
I'm not too sure.
And as well, the honesty.
honesty.
Mhm.
Honesty,
Yeah, transparency and
transparency,
on the market. And
yeah.
No sugar coating.
No filter, no
Yeah,
sugar
Straight
coat.
out.
no,
Gotcha.
give it to you straight.
Just
Yep.
give me straight. If a buyer says this, I want to know why,
I
and
see.
if you have to fix it. Or
Gotcha.
that,
Yeah,
then we come from there. We go
love
from
that,
there.
love that.
Yeah.
One more. What would
Oh,
that
one
be?
more?
One more.
I think that you're gonna buy for yourself. So I prefer work this way.
Okay, so I will have to put myself in your shoes.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Kind of like your mom or your dad, looking out after you on your next home, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That's a very important thing for you both.
That's
And
good.
anything else you can add on later. You can add on later. Because we always say
right.
selling a home is a process.
So,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, process, not like an event. Okay.
It
So before I'm really excited to show you how we can get your house sold for the most money in a short amount of time with less hassle. That's our goal today, right? So we want to give you a quick introduction about us. So we from Building Dreams team with Keller Williams and we're powered by Place. So Place is a platform for top team in nation and we are #1 team in nation. We help clients from Arizona, from Alabama, from different states. And we have right now about 375 teams with Place.
So if we thought of buying another vacational apartment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you can
Yeah.
definitely
Okay.
send a referral.
In any state, yeah.
So now you always wonder what differences between us versus the team or maybe an agent that you worked with before, right? You say what differences because are you all the same, right? There's difference. So the differences between us is we have 4 important things that make us different. As you can see, there's a introduction right here is we work as a team. We could keep saying we work as a team and we have our track record. We have transparency, like Jessica was mentioned earlier, transparency. And the last thing is marketing. So I'm gonna go over what is 4 important things for you. Is that good? Okay. So I don't know if you've been through the listing before.
Yeah, it was kind of just a quick run through.
Quick run
Yeah,
through.
You know, what the ground check, like,
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So you know how many steps to get your house sold? You don't know. Can you take like a guess?
putting up a sign
Yeah.
and doing an open house.
Very simple. I know. Yeah. I mean, that's really, basic when you hear some agent like, I'm getting a listing. What I'm gonna do, put the listing on the side, on the MLS, put the listing and put the sign in the yard. And then some people like open house or may call it like praying to get an offer, right? But we actually do 2 more.
Yep.
Is another thing we do is price watch. We want to make sure is the market doing good. And then the last thing is prospecting, because I know every single agent in our team spend 2 or 3 hours of prospecting. And we have 15 members, so we do 1,000 calls a day to find buyers for your listing. What do you think?
It's interesting. I like to say that.
Yeah, it's powerful. Yeah, because you hire us to get your listing sold to find the right buyers for your home, right? So because of that, I want to show you the power of the team. You're not hiring me, just me. You have a higher whole team behind you right now. It's including 6 departments. And 6 department is including listing team. So me, I'm your main contact. If any question, any concern, you can call me anytime. And you are negotiator for you during the transaction. Okay. But here there's another department that I know we need it. It's marketing manager. So this person, Jen, will helping you doing all the marketing online, offline, traditional to making sure we can bring more buyers to your home. Now, another department is contract. The person that doing all this double check to see if any contract that we're receiving on time, deadline, and also in very accurate also, because you want to make sure by law, you have to make sure all the form correctly and on time. Okay. And another department, a telemarketer. So we are considered all members in our team is telemarketer because we are spending about 2 or 3 hours a day to call. Have you heard any agent that spend 2 or 3 hours a day calling to find buyers for their listing? Yeah, that's why we are here to be able to helping you. And another team that we have in our is the buyer team. Buyer team is working dominantly with buyers. And can you think about this for a second? If I'm working with you as a listing agent, we have 15 members in our team, and most of our team, even myself, have buyers in the database. And which just mean when I list with your home right now today, I can go back to the office. I call, hey, Tim, we have a listing on the market today in Puyallup. Where is it? People all want to know your address and they're gonna go share with their own buyers. Wouldn't it be powerful?
Mhm.
That's why you have that powerful with more word of mouth before we list on the market. That's how powerful. And last is the visual specialist. This department is helping you taking care of the home, getting ready, like cleaning, declutter, staging, photography, video, and then online marketing. So this person is an important person to get your house on the market.
So when you add up all these steps, it's about 183 steps to get your home sold. And do you think that that might help you get your home sold this time around versus with your last agent?
You would
Yeah.
think?
Well, action speaks louder.
Yeah, action will speak louder. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. I love it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because when you get the listing side, then you can see what we do behind the scene. And that's why I'm gonna transparency to show you what we do behind the
Exactly.
scene.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, before we move to the next one, have you heard about this team or the process of the team when they list your home?
I saw you on social media.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I follow you on Instagram. That's why I told you.
Thank you so much. I hope it's a good thing in
I
there.
was actually trying to go with John L. Scott.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you on social side, like, okay.
I
Appreciate
see,
that.
I see, I see, I see. I know that, one of the things that marketing is important, so we had to be on social media for sure. Like you mentioned with John L. Scott, what made you think you choose John L. Scott?
I just had a friend.
Oh, friend.
That was-
Oh, okay,
Mm.
okay. Have you talked to him yet or?
I was actually gonna talk to him this week.
Oh, talk to him this week. So you better make decision today then.
Maybe.
You're gonna win it. So, do you have any question about the team, our team?
Are they available 24/7?
That's a very good question. I wish we could 24/7. But you know what? We do helping clients day in, day out. And the one thing I always make sure that, like she said earlier, I'm thinking for you as my family. Was family, we protect each other. So I have my client call me at 8 midnight before because he couldn't sleep. He have a buyer remorse. I don't want to buy this home. I said, I feel you. I totally get it. You first time home buyers. And I pick up the phone at midnight and he calm. Next day, he said, let's go, let's buy that home. So sometimes there's a moment you feel that and it's normal. You can pick up the phone and call me at any time. So Jessica, if you have any feeling, you call me anytime. I'm your friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One thing I want to mention too is very important. Remember, when you hire an agent, you pay a fee, right? And one person working for you.
Mhm.
This, you hire our team, is not just pay for one person. You pay that fee for the whole team with the same price. Remember that.
What is that fee?
So that's fee I'm gonna show you right now. But that's, traditional fee, as you know, listing fee, there's traditional fee. There is no thing different. It's only different as we have a power, the team more than one.
Mhm.
Is that good?
And does
Remember
that
that.
commission just goes to you or does it go to the team?
Very good question. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
So here's what you think. All the department working together,
Mhm.
right? And we have to spend the money to pay for each department.
Okay.
So you can see how we run our team.
Yeah, well, when you take a look at the agents that do the 3 Ps, which is, put the little listing on the market,
Mhm.
and then they put the sign in the yard, and then they pay for a phone call,
Mhm.
then they're getting, all that commission. What value are they giving you? When Tweed talked about, the marketing and all the preparation, and then all the phone callings and the lead generation and things like that. Ultimately, what's gonna happen, and I want you to imagine a little circle, right? So the 3 Ps is gonna give you a few buyers coming to your house. With the extra Ps and the marketing that we do, picture a big, huge circle with a lot more buyers in there.
Mhm.
So what do you think is gonna happen when people are making offers on your house? With a big circle of buyers, let's say if it's twice as many,
Mhm. Well, what happened?
would you think that you would be able to net more money?
It's a possibility.
Possibility.
Possibility, right? So when you have more people coming through your door and more opportunities, let's say instead of one offer, you get 2 offers. Would that be a better position for you to net more money?
Sure.
It would, right?
Now,
And
netting more money, would you take a cut off of that on top?
that's a great question. Yeah. No, the answer is no. We charge a commission. Now, commissions is 100% negotiable, and we'll get into that. The value is going to be into all the money that we use in order to do all the marketing and to do all the price watching and all the preparations that we do with all the people that we have on our team So it doesn't just go into our pockets. You know, we also pay our administrator to do the social media, and Tweed's gonna get to that in a minute. Okay?
Yeah.
So again, it's about the return on the investment.
That's the goal. That's the goal. So we're gonna move to next step. Is there any question before we go to next one? What make a difference is our track record. What does that mean about track record? So we have sold over 6,000 homes in the last year, and also spent $10 million in marketing. And we still always get 4.9 to 5 online review. Now, I'm asking you, is that important?
Yeah.
With track record to you?
Of course.
Of course, right? Just like we always say that selling a home is the biggest investment in your life, right? Would you want to know someone that do more transaction and have experience than someone just do 1 or 2 a year?
Yeah.
Right? Just like you go surgery, would you like to know your doctor done many surgery in the past instead of 1 or 2 a year? Right? So I want to make sure we give you that kind of numbers for our team. Is that good? Question?
Now, is that total to date from when you guys started or?
The whole year.
Okay.
Yeah, whole year. And remember, we are national team. Yeah. So I know Jessica really excited about this because about transparency, honesty. So we have a really amazing system. It's called Brevity. It's a platform that you can see what we do behind the scene. You have 24/7 access. Like you mentioned earlier, you like something that 24/7. This will be 24/7 that you can see what we do behind the scene. Like example, I'm here today for you. When you sign this agreement, you will see the agreement in the platform right away. And you see what we do with marketing. You will see what feedback any single agent showing your home. You will see if they like or they don't. Why that? And we get that feedback for you. And you also see no filter feedback for open houses. Every single open houses, how many groups stop by, how many agents showing it, what they like, what they don't, what they think about the price. We want to get the real detail. And we put that into the system so you can track it. Because when we see the market change and you get feedback, we're going to sit down together like this. We're going to talk about a little bit about price adjustment based on the feedback. Because again, we don't make the market. We all don't make the market. We only interpret the market. So you want to do the right way.
Yep. So all those 183 steps that we talked about, you actually get to see behind the scenes, and our administrator that works with us on our listings will check the box, each one of them off, and you can actually see them checked off. Also, when you search for your property, you'll see all the websites that pop up. There's a total of 76,000 websites that pop up and 350 search engines when you work with Keller Williams. So that's another huge part and of course, if I'm going to list a house, I want to have a good marketing company, and that's why I chose Keller Williams to market the property for us. So the money doesn't just go to us; it also goes to the brokerage.
Yeah.
Right. To get that
Yeah.
advantage.
So Jessica, you have any question about transparency?
No, that's, explains everything.
What do you think? Have anyone offer you this kind of system platform that's showing activities behind the scene?
Not behind the scenes, I mean, they kind of talked about their marketing and what they were gonna do. and
I
stuff
see.
like That with our last agent. And there was a Redfin.
Oh,
I don't know, if you heard of Redfin?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
sometimes,
Part of that.
sometimes, not all the time.
But, we don't like to put anybody down
Right.
because, they do try their very best.
Yeah.
So again, they come in with good intentions.
Right.
And for me, I think that, the models and systems make the ordinary extraordinary. And that's why we're really happy to be with Place and with
Mhm.
Keller Williams.
Yeah. It helping us,
Mhm.
helping clients. The last important thing that set us apart is marketing. And nobody does more marketing than us. And I want to show you, there's a page, it's missing. It's missing, sorry.
They included, that's a new one for the page. So
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, you don't see this, but this is the marketing page. Okay, so we are focused a lot into marketing. As you know, most of buyer look at houses right now is all online. But we don't we don't forget about traditional also and international on marketing. So based on our, result coming from online marketing, we usually attract about $1 million buyers online. And traditional buyer, we're about 12 million buyers. Traditional, what does that mean traditional, you know?
Mhm. Not on social media.
Correct. So like open houses, like, or side calls, like people that walk into the side and call us, or postcard, like flyers. That's traditional marketing, or word of mouth, also traditional marketing, right? Word of mouth or event networking, also traditional marketing. Yeah, so that's something that we do focus. So beside that, we are international and national company. As you know, Keller Williams, an international company.
Mhm.
You know that, right? Which just means we attract a lot of international buyers. Now, the best thing about us, you can see it, you can look it up online. We have 11 languages in our team, which just means we help a lot of clients speak different languages. From Vietnamese, Chinese, Taiwanese, we have from Iran, you know, in Hindi, so a lot of languages that they speak in the team, which just means we can help you communicate with a lot of clients come from different countries. What do you think are so value? Is a value. Yeah.
Mhm.
So now, 4 important things that set it apart now is you see anything else we're missing? Are you seeing it? What do you think so far?
Do you see more, what type of age groups, are actually out there trying to shop for houses?
It's a good
Very
question.
good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are in Puyallup, right? The age group that we've been searching, and I can show you the transgraphic and also the area, which will show you a lot of younger age going to Puyallup. And you know the reason why?
There?
The fair. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
I love Puyallup fair every year. My
Yeah.
kids go there.
We're seeing a lot of younger people that, let's say they graduate from college, they're working in Seattle, you know, what do you think that they can afford? You know, a house versus
Yeah.
Kirkland and Seattle area is, you know, up in Marysville, down in Puyallup, you know, down in the Tacoma area. And they're willing to commute so that they can be a homeowner.
Yeah.
Which is more important than being a renter, so.
Right. So that's a younger group.
Yeah.
Going down, even we think about is the first time home buyers. Most of first time home buyer go down.
Yep,
Or another group that you may pay attention to is investor. Because you could say it too, that in King County right now is just pricing, and if they buy and rent it out, they don't make any cash flow. So it forced them to go to Pierce County, and that's why you see another group that purchase in Puyallup right now is investors. Because the price point and the affordability.
We forgot to tell you that actually the house, you can divide it.
Uh-huh.
So maybe if you have investor, you can rent it for
Oh, yeah,
sure,
more than.
sure, that's something that's happening more often than
Yeah.
not, especially in Puyallup.
right.
Mhm.
That's the main, that's how it works. Is that to answer your question? Do you think it's good to answer or is it
No,
missing
it's
something?
good to
Mhm.
figure out, the age group, like
Yeah.
where people are going to. and stuff
That's a
like
great
that.
question.
That's a
Yeah.
great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, before we moving next step, we want to share with you what type of buyers out there, you know, because you want to know what kind of buyer attract to your listing,
Mhm.
right? So we always say 3 type of buyers here. It's more auditory, like people want to hear about it, right? That's why we spend 2 or 3 hours out there calling people and say, hey, we have a beautiful home in Puyallup for sale right now at 575. I say, really, 575? You attract them by price, by the voice I talking, by how excited I am to share the new listing to our database. You know,
Yeah,
that's why we spend 2 or 3 hours a day.
that's right. Do you know the areas that we're calling by chance? Most important areas that we will call is actually your neighbors. We want your neighbors to know. Why do you think that is?
Because they'd probably be interested in some of their house or what their house is going for. They might come into our house
Right.
to, just look what's on, what they're on the market, I'm assuming.
I
That's a
think
good answer.
because they want, maybe they will bring customers because they want good
Correct.
neighbors.
Yeah.
That's right.
Very good
Yeah,
answer.
that's the better of the 2 answers.
Yeah.
You know, it's a possibility that they could want to do a listing. That's true. That's one reason. But the main reason is to really find out, do they have a friend or somebody that wants to move into the area that they would like to have as a neighbor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That's why we have a system called Mojo. We are dialing 1,000 dials a day to call, to invite to the open house, to your listing. So what just mean they hear about it, now we invite them to the open house.
Now, a lot of your neighbors may be paying rent and they're getting ready to buy too. Like there might be an apartment building next door or close by that we might want to call
Mhm.
and ask them if they would like to be a homeowner too.
Right.
And then do you think that they might be motivated if we can get them to qualify to buy a house in your neighborhood?
That'd be awesome. That'd be
Right.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we do the work 2 or 3 hours a day prospecting buyers for your listing. Very important.
Mhm.
Now, another type of buyer is a visual. So this visual means people attract to your home by looking at picture. And we always say that sometimes buyer look at online, it takes them couple seconds to bring them into your home, right? You know how many seconds it take them?
It's a total of 6.
A total of 6 seconds.
That's the average that people will actually look at a listing before they flip to the next one.
Yeah,
And it takes about 6 seconds,
right,
6 seconds for them to make an impression
right.
to see your home.
So-
And then they'll make a decision right then and there.
So that's why we don't ever using cell phone photo to take your listing, your home picture. Because I don't want to say anything, but there's some listing out there, you can see the photo come from different angle and blurry and dark because they're using cell phone. So with us, we want to attract buyers by photos. So visual buyers we will bring to your home. And that's important for us. Okay, now the last kind of buyers is kinesthetic. Kinesthetic means feeling, emotional. Because we always say logic make people think, but emotion make them act,
Mhm.
right? Which just mean you bring them to all this price that is makes sense for them. They bring to your home, they love the home. But then when you have the house so clean, declutter, and stage, and smell good, and feel good, now you have a really emotional buyer making an offer on your home, right? So we pay attention for those 3 type of buyers. So we bring more buyers into your home for a reason. Is that good to know?
Yeah.
Good to know. That's why we do what we do, right? Very important. So we're gonna move to the next one that make your home so. I know we don't have a lot of time because you have to go to appointment at 10:30. So I will make it short. There's an important thing to get your house sold. 8. Okay, I know that you say, how to get my house sold right now? I start a market before, I have a hard time to sell. What do you do different then? We're gonna show you a important thing that we do to get your house sold. I'm gonna show you a quick one. Number 1 is the pricing strategies. We are focused on pricing, how we're gonna price your home to get it sold, okay? Number 2 is how to show your home on the market. Like we mentioned, the visual buyers. Number 3, how it's marketed, like how it's marketing, what we do for marketing. Number 4, how to bring international marketing into your home. Number 5, how we communicate. Remember we talked about earlier, communication important for you, how we do communication with you. Number 6, how we work with our active database to bring them into your house, right? So active database, what do we have? And number 7, how it's our partnership look like, how we work with vendors, contractor, appraiser, inspector, all the people that helping us to get the house sold. And the last but not least is the most important thing that for me, when you hire us or hire me, I'm a negotiator for you. You hire me, I'm negotiate for your behalf to make you the most money in a short amount of time with less hassle. So very much important for important thing. So now I'm going to ask you, which one stand out to you the most, Jessica?
So how it shows.
How it shows?
Yeah.
How it
Gotcha.
shows.
How
Yeah.
it show?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, how it show?
Yeah.
Or do they go all in order or do they kind of go loop around with each other?
Very good question. It's all loop around and the whole process.
Mhm.
You're so right. What is important to you, Eric?
What's important to me?
I know you mentioned our communication earlier.
Communication,
else you wanna-
partnership,
Partnership,
Mhm.
I think pricing and the negotiation.
pricing and
It's all those
negotiation.
pricing and negotiation.
Step out.
Yeah.
By the way, if I ask this question, I know who they are also. Are they high I, C, or D here? You can see Eric. What is this style?
Anybody knows this style? Anybody? Any
D?
other guesses?
Any other guesses?
She says D. Joyce,
He
you
totally C in him.
he's a total, okay, the total C.
C. Keep asking number.
He's asking numbers, asking a lot of questions.
Right.
And very detailed.
Very detailed.
I'm in accounting, that's why.
Yes.
He's in accounting, that shows, right? So,
Now with Jessica, totally high I. How it show? How it show? She want to look
right,
look
Yeah.
good.
that's right.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Exactly.
So I want to go really quick one for the one that, not important to you, but I want to let you understand a little bit what we do behind the scene.
Mhm.
So like you talk about pricing is important for you, right? So how we do pricing for your home? We have a 5-5-5 pricing strategy. What do you mean 5? So we always try our best to get 5 comparable active, 5 pending, and 5 sold that like kind with your property. What does mean like kind? Similar, like you have 2-story, we're gonna find 2-story. If a lot size is the similar 6,000 square feet, we're gonna be similar 6,000 square feet. If a year bill is also the factor to compare with, and the square footage of the home also factor. How many bedroom also a factor. So we combine like kind with 5-5-5 to get you the average sold price, pending price, and listing price. So you can see what's going on in the market. And what we do, we're gonna give you the minimum price, lowest one, and highest one. Now, pricing is very like an art. You're gonna choose the price that you feel comfortable with. We're here to partner with you, to share with you the data, but you the one make the decision on pricing, right? Because we always say that we don't make the market, you don't make the market also. We only interpret the market, right? So we helping you to suggest advice, but you the one make decision. Does that sound good? Sound good?
How far of a distance you guys go?
Very good question. Very good question. So when we look at the comparable, as long as we can get 5-5-5 enough, then that's a good comparable. So sometimes we had a go to half mile and there's many comps, but sometimes you go on 1 mile, you have more. So you have to see how enough comps you have 5-5-5 to be able to go out further, right?
Just like an appraiser, sometimes they might even go 5 miles out if it's in a farmland or a community where there's not a lot of population,
Right.
right? So it just depends.
Mhm. You have any questions, Jessica?
Yeah, actually, so instead of us fixing the house since it's old.
Yeah.
Can we make it, for example, lower price and then you find somebody who would like to fix it or,
Absolutely.
because we don't want, to
Very good point.
get like too many customers and still we're not.
Yeah, well, one of the things I always recommend is that I don't like spending people's money unless there's an area where you know you're gonna get a return for that investment.
Mm.
And a lot of times when you have a house that's turnkey where people can move into,
Mhm.
we might work with the cosmetics, but not on everything.
Right.
And I don't typically like to work with cosmetics as much, maybe painting walls, maybe if the carpet is bad, because it doesn't cost a lot of money to do that.
Right.
Another thing we'll look at is mechanicals. Like if the roof is 15-year and you have a 50-year roof, well, then obviously we're not gonna fix that roof, right? So we'll recommend you, in a couple areas, what we think that needs to be, handled.
Mhm.
And one of the main things in a house, what do you think that might be? What is the most important thing in a house when a buyer comes to your home to look at it? What's important to them?
Well, I like to see.
The
Kitchen.
kitchen.
Okay.
Yep, actually, the kitchen's number 2. Do you know what number 1 is?
Room,
The room, like the master bedroom.
master bedroom.
Actually, that's number 3. Do you know what the number 1 is?
Is it a family room? Or the living
That's a great guess.
That's a great guess.
The actual answer is street appeal.
room? Okay.
When they drive to your home, what is the first impressions that they get? And it doesn't take a lot of money to put beauty bark and, mow the grass and
Yard.
put a few plants in the yard and things like that.
Clean the
That-
roof.
Yep, taking the moss off the roof, things like that. So we'll address that part because that doesn't cost a whole lot of money. And that will make a good first impression.
That's
Yeah,
that's
does that make sense?
It's like a landscape, so everything-
There you go. Yeah.
we can do it. That's right. That's right. So is that helping you answer the question about pricing strategies?
Yeah.
And there's a 3-way we pricing. Is now 3-way. There's number 1. It's called less for more. Now less for more. What mean to you? We list less,
Mhm.
you get more, right? Which just mean if you like you said earlier, if you list low, what happened? Because you don't want to fix anything. You want to sell as is, could be an option. But what just mean the buyer thinking you are list low? What happened? What happened is all the buyer coming in with word of mouth. I'm calling every day with the picture that we show with all the feeling in the house feel good. What did happen? You get more buy into the door. What happened? When you get reviewing day or offer, what happened to the price?
It might go up.
It might go up. It might go up. So that's first option is less for more. Now, the second option is you choose the price at the fair market value, which just mean in the middle, in the middle ground, which just mean you may have maybe half buyer and maybe take a little bit longer than the first option. right? It take a little longer. And you may have offer with all the contingencies, like inspection, appraisal, financing contingency in the offer, which just mean it take a little bit harder for you to get the most
Mhm.
out of it, right? Now, the third option is overpriced, overpriced listing, which is mean what? You have no one showing the house. You sit on the market for 30 and 60 days. You scratching your head, the agent didn't do their job. No, actually, there's something that we need to talk about pricing in beginning, right? So overpriced could cost you money. You know that, right? Cost you money by you sit on the market too long when your fair market right here. And when you had offer coming in, after 60 days, they offer you like this. And what happened? What happened? They're not gonna go up for your fair market value anymore because the day in the market hurt you.
Mhm.
What are you thinking? Something wrong with the house? Something wrong with the price, right? Overpriced. They have that perception. So what just means you're gonna sell at the under fair market value. And that's really hurting you the most. And I'm sure you don't want to go that route, do you? No. So you want to choose either fair market, less for more, or the middle ground as the fair market value. So you're going to choose that one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is that good for pricing?
Mhm.
All right. I know that you love house show. House show. But we have a team. Remember, we mentioned that we have visual specialists that really master at how to make your home shine. Because your house is like a brand, like a brand. So we want to show to the public. When it's on the market, there's a million eyes on it, right? So you want to make sure you do the right thing. So which just means decluttering, cleaning, staging, that we want to help. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Derek. Your house is particular cleaning right now. We are just saying the service is helping you.
Well,
Have you ever gotten that? When you say
No.
clutter?
no, not really.
Oh, really?
It's just, well, decluttering is like, you know, when you go to an Airbnb, for example, and of course, you're living in your home. So
Yeah.
if there's gonna be some things that are on the table or, on the dresser and things like that, that we call clutter,
Right.
right? Or your toothbrush and all the things out in the bathroom. So we wanna make sure that everything's put away, so it looks like an Airbnb. So when you walk in, everything's, and it makes people feel emotionally attached.
I just said that because I want to see the clean everything.
I love it. So
Yeah,
I just want to see the reaction of them, but they're like, oh, what, like,
but we don't get surprised too often.
but I love surprise.
Yeah.
Make it laugh. But Jessica, let's say if it's important for you, remember you mentioned about the rug, right? So could be something that we could offer you, and we have a really good carpet guy can go out here and give you a good cost estimate and see how much will that cost to replace the rug, the carpet. Is that something you would like to have a bid for?
yeah, it's really.
Because one thing he mentioned earlier, the exterior, number one important is the street appeal, right? And the roof. But the important thing inside a house to attract buyers, feeling good, is the floor. You had to go 10:30. Oh shoot, we are like we overtime. Sorry.
Do you recommend, how do you see marks outside? Good work, or not work, I mean, we could spend a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Just to get the house sold.
So high seat.
No, I've got to give, and I'm a high C person too. So one of the things that I look at is what is the return on the investment? So those two areas where you're gonna get your money back on the investment. One, this is statistically true about the National Association of Realtors, is one is the roof, which you don't need to do. And number two is the flooring. Whenever you put the money in the flooring, it's just like the sea. If the ocean looks dirty, then they're not gonna want to live on the waterfront with that money water, right? If the ocean is clean, they want to buy that house. But the ocean is the floor. So that's the biggest thing that they look at. And if that's clean and it looks good, then that gives you the value of savings for them.
Now going back to you, what kind of floor we using? Either carpet or vinyl or hardwood floor. I mean, the more expensive, the better, for sure, because you attract more people like, wow, that's nice. But for common use right now, people using more at vinyl. It's very, inexpensive right now. It's about $1.99 per square foot. So what just mean this kind of floor, it may cost you $3,000 or $4,000 to make it change to a vinyl floor. But I just did for my clients investment. So which is an option. So yeah, go back to your question, Jessica. If you are Eric, you want to change the floor, we could give you the cost estimate for carpet and also the vinyl and see what best for you. But yeah, yeah. I will give you option. Okay, now how it show also, we do video and photo and we social media. I know you love social media. We're gonna video and share with the world for you. Does that sound good? Yeah. Good. Important thing for you is also marketing, that how we find buyers for you, right? As you mentioned earlier, what kind of buyers we have is 3 types, but how we attract them. So there's a way, 51% of buyer right now buy home online to purchase, 51.
Yeah, and then in the
50.
slide that everybody's seeing, it's showing 50%, but now it's 51. So what that means is that there's a lot more buyers shopping online than working with an agent. And look in, because the agent and the MLS right now is only 29%. So you want to have a company that's going to market, overseas, international and national. That's what the 76,000 websites, 350 search engines come and play here, is that you're all over the map and on social media too. And traditional marketing is 20%. So do you think that if 51% more exposure, do you think that that would bring more buyers in your house? Yeah, because you're a high C, you're very logical, right? So for me, and again, when we talk about commissions, is that, you're paying the other agent a certain amount of commissions, yet the value that you're getting in return of that. Now, it's not his fault. He may be with a smaller company. He's doing his very best. That's why we happen to choose Keller Williams, because, they do the 76,000 websites, 350 search engines. So you're going to get more exposure. Right.
And we don't forget about, we work with, our local agent around here. We have a great relationship with our agent. We have been in business almost 8 years now, and we know most of agent in Kirkland or Puyallup area. So what just mean word of mouth, connection, networking, so we can give you more options when you work with buyer agent in the industry. Okay. And at last but not least, 20% of buyer come from traditional marketing also, Jessica. That's mean about open houses, networking with neighbors and community, and also like side call, people calling from the sales side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you heard this before, that showing you the number of how the buyer found homes online, traditional marketing? No, is that new to you?
Yes.
Wow, I'm so excited because I'm the first person to show you this. So before that, we want to show you is how we market to those websites. There are 5 ways we market it. Number 1, we have to market to all the brokerage websites. When you work with us, Keller Williams, there's many other agents from different brokerage can see your listing too. So we market through all the brokerage website, like you can see the KW, Keller Williams there, Remax, Compass, Redfin, Bluefin, when you said earlier, Coldwell Banker, Century 21. So all the company can see our listing. That's powerful, right? Yeah. Another one that we do is going to search engine. With this search engine, it's not keyword home for sale in Puyallup, your home will pop up in the first page, which just means Google, Bing, Yahoo will be the one that search engine that we're using to search property, that people can see your property right away. Wouldn't it be nice to see your property online on the first page? Yes. Yes. Besides that, we do classified services. Have you heard this terminology before?
No.
No. So
Like Craigslist.
like Craigslist, like Facebook Marketplace, like Judo, Kijiji. Yeah, I know, know because a lot of website, a lot of engines right now to use.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep and track, but we're tracking those because we want to show you how much work we put in on the marketing.
Yeah, and even for people in China and people from India, they have their own, chats and.
I'm so excited about this. Social media, I know Jessica love about this. Social media is we do Instagram, we do WeChat. WeChat is one of the platforms that Chinese client we're using, and we go into there and marketing our listing. WhatsApp is another app that we're using. We're using Live for Taiwanese clients. We're using Zalo for Vietnamese clients, and we also use LinkedIn. Have you used LinkedIn? It's different now. And we use YouTube and LinkedIn and on YouTube channels. So which just mean we are everywhere. And even TikTok. Yeah, TikTok, another one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can you follow us right now? Building Dream Team? Right away. So is that helping you understand what we do to market your home? Have you heard about anywhere marketing like this before?
I heard about search engines, but not the,
Classified services, yeah,
Classified
yeah,
and the
yeah.
social media.
Very, very powerful. I'm telling you, that's how we get more buyers to your home.
Yeah.
Beside that, your site, there's a trick that we do to attract more buyers. There's a site, usually you see the site with the flyers, right? And the flyer, what they give you information about the home and the picture, and sometimes the price too. Okay, so let's say if you drive by the listing, you take the flyer, what would you do with that flyer?
Look
Usually-
at it,
Okay,
fold it, and then write on it for other things.
gotcha, gotcha. So what
Yeah.
does mean wasted, right? So what we do, we don't want that buyers, just like you did. What we do is we put the sign in the yard, what called text dream to 59559 to see photo and price. What?
And then they call us directly.
And then what happened is they text that dream to 59559. We are the ones seeing your photo, no, your phone number. And we call your number right away and say, hey, I just saw your texting about our listing in Puyallup. Because usually when you text to that listing, they show you listing information. I see your number and I see which address you're seeing it. And I call you directly and I say, hey, I just saw you looking at one of our listing in Puyallup. Do you have any question about the home? I would love to answer for you. Boom, then you like talking, converting, and showing the house, and could be you buying this home, or you could be buying something else. So that's how we're tracking those buyers that looking at your listing,
It's been a game changer for us, actually.
because that's how we're converting more and helping you to get a buyer to your home.
Yeah.
Have you heard that before?
No.
Okay, the first time, again, first time for everything. Now, open house and showings are very important for us. Now, open house, you heard earlier, how your agent do open house?
It was they listed the first 2 weeks with our open house.
What?
And then they
Wow.
did open house on third.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Why is that?
Uh,
Have you ever asked them why?
No, I was just kind of upset already with it.
Right, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you know, open house for us is like an event. We do as an event. We plan ahead. So let's say we list your home on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, what we do it on Thursday and Friday, we have a list of 1,000 people in your neighborhood. We call, we invite to your open house on Saturday and Sunday,
Exactly.
Pacific time. Second thing we do, we door knock the area to bring more people into
Mhm.
your open house. Now, door knocking, why we do door knock? Because they say, I talked to you on the phone already. I say, hey, I have that house open house. I knock, hey, Eric, I talked to you yesterday about open house. I want to drop off the flyer to you. Make sure you bring your friend and family, see the home, because I want to hear feedback from you. So you bring
Mhm.
also a person and meet face to face.
Oh, and if they're not home, we'll just drop off the flyers so that they can see. And then, what do you think what happens when you do an open house and then you've done all the social media, you've done the door knocking, you've done all the phone calls, and 76,000 websites, 350 search engines, and you're all across the board. So that's why Twee was saying that we actually have an event, right? And we're very well prepared. And a lot of times we may have 2 agents there because on that first open house, there's a crowd of people, including the neighbors. What do you think the perception of the buyers are at that particular moment?
Mhm.
I gotta make an offer. I can't.
Yep, that's right.
I gotta hurry up and make an offer right here and then, and then how much, right?
Mhm.
Because they know that there's some competition. And that's what you try to create, is you
Yeah.
try to create the energy, you've got to make an offer right now,
Right.
right?
And
The
you-
urgency, most.
Then I was surprised that your agent put the open house third week, because just like then you have a new movie coming out on Thursday, usually on Thursday, right? And what they do, they market, they make it so powerful with exposure. And why you want to do open house in second week or third week? You should be right in the first week. You get all people in because your listing just on the market in the first day as a brand new listing, which just means you want to make sure you do the open house as an event.
And what happens if your house sits on the market too long and you don't have a lot of showings?
Right.
Right? And then that kind of gets back to the pricing
Mhm.
too. Think of a fishing boat and all the fish are way at the bottom, a whole school of fish, right?
Yeah.
And yet you drop the bait right in the middle, or there's maybe a few fish. That's like pricing it at the market price, right? You might get a few people in the house, at the same time, when you price it right, which is just a slightly little bit lower than the market price, so it looks like a bargain. Then if you're at the bottom, all the school of fish are biting on that
Mhm.
bait, right?
Mhm.
That's what happens in the market when we list your home. And we price it right to create that auction effect, right? Where people feel the urgency. And of course, you get to choose the price. I'm just letting you know, after selling, I don't know how many homes have we sold to since 2015, is in our experiences is that if you price it lower, you get higher.
Right, that's from
Right.
all you, yeah. So is any question you may have for us, on this traditional marketing that we have? Do you want me to touch on the international marketing real quick?
No, not
Not,
really.
you got it, you
Yeah.
got it. Okay, good. I'm so glad you did it. So communication, communication. I know you love update every single week,
Mhm.
right? So we have also a marketing, like a market update for your home. Every single week, we email you to get you know what's going on in the market, pending, active, and so in your area. And which just mean I'll give you a call every Friday to give you update what's going on. So you don't feel like I'm, forget about you, right? So I always call either you two or we group call, so that way you know about the market. Like interest rate also is I tracking every single day because it's been changing in the last how many months now, up and down, right? And also communication about feedback, right? We talk about showing feedback and open house feedback. You can see it, but also I will communicate with the agent that have interest, buyer interest on your home. I always ask those three questions. Number one, I ask them, what do you like about this home? What don't you like? What do you think about the price, right? What could be the price your buyer will make an offer? All right. Do they want to make an offer? Is there anything I could do to get your buyer make an offer? Because I will do whatever it takes if they say they like it, or maybe, yes, maybe. Because if they answer me, they be maybe, I will find out what could I do? What could we do to make them make an offer?
Mhm.
Because there's always opportunity. If they say no, I will ask, what could be the opportunity that we could work together, right? Because I'm sure they spend time to look at the home. They're not gonna just say, hey, no way, I'm gonna make an offer. There's some reason behind it. Okay, so no filter, no sugar coat, because that's what you want, right, Jessica? Yeah. All right, I think that we cover a lot of information, even partnership. I mentioned that you mentioned earlier you care about partnership. So partnership is most of people that we're working with, like lender, that giving us a lot of option. Like right now, because the interest rate really high, so they actually giving like 2-1 buy down option to a buyer to make an offer on our listing, or 3-2-1 buy down option. That's another way that we can attract more buyers from our lenders. Another vendor we're using is for contractor, like you say, carpet, roofer. We have a whole line of cool people can help you because Ron he used to be a 30-year construction. So he helped a lot of clients remodel homes. So he know in and out how to do this. So that's the vendors list that we helping you. Another partnership that we usually have is title and escrow, because we want to make sure title and escrow are clean before closing. So contractor. So that's partnership we have. Is it important for you? Yep, right. So yeah, we all look like we are talking about the last thing is negotiation. Sorry. Okay, negotiation. Negotiation. So what mean negotiation to you?
It's, kind of like buying a car. Like,
Buying a car?
They have
Yeah.
we have the price and
Yeah.
they wanna pay less, so they always want to pay less. Right?
Correct. Yeah, they all want to pay less. That's buyer mindset. They all will pay less. But that's why when we list the home, we have to do the price strategies, like we say less for more or fair market value or overpriced. Buyer agent, they're very smart too. They do the comp. They can see what's going on in the market. They can tell you it overpriced or not, right? So what just mean? Pre-offer, mean before we actually accept the offer. So we have negotiate for you to bring more offer into your home, right? Because that's our job, is attract more offers, attract buyers, attract offers to get them into the home. Second thing, when we have an offer, my job is not just, hey, accept it. No, you hire me to find out what the reason why they buy this home.
Mhm.
How qualification are they? How long they work with this lender? What type of loan they're using? What kind of job they doing? How many members in their family gonna moving in? Because I wanna be able to know who are they. And you wanna know too, right? So my job, go find out. Communicate with lender, communicate with buyer agent, because I cannot talk to the buyer directly,
Mhm.
but I will find out for you. So I can present it to you. That way you have a clear understanding why they're buying this home, right? Now making another thing, like after contract, we have to go through inspection. That's the biggest hurdle. And a lot of transactions fell through because inspection. There's a couple reasons. Because the buyer agent don't understand the process of fixing and repairing costs. So they back out because they fear. One thing I always remember is everything is fixable. Even the crack of foundation, I can lift the house up, checking up and fix the foundation. But again, you gotta have to have knowledge of cost, which just means sometimes I have to educate the buyer agent how much it costs to fix the roof or to fix the water heater. Because of that, they walk away. Is that weird? So you have to be able to know what kind of fix it costs and educate the buyer agent. Sometimes they educate the buyers, and sometimes for us too, because sometimes you fear, you don't want to give up and you want to kill the deal by saying, I don't want to fix anything, which just means sometimes you losing the deal because a couple $1,000s. So one thing I always make sure I set that expectation first.
Mhm.
Okay. Now appraisal. Pricing is an art, but again, the bank, when you selling a home, you have to sell your home 2 times, right? First, you sell to a buyer. If the buyer have finance, they have to sell to appraiser, right?
Mhm.
So our job is have to sell to appraiser also. If it's over asking price, then market value, we have to know if the buyer can make up the differences.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to drop the price. So in this market coming up in the future, I see there's a gap of appraisal gaps coming soon. Because in the last year, the price has been dropped, right? So what you see is that a gap coming up. So my job is helping you watching out if they overpay the asking price would compete with others. I want to see if they actually waive everything here or what happened here. You want to know, right? So you hire me to predict, foresee things could happen, things could go wrong, right? That's called negotiation. You have to see what's going to be happening. And I'm going to give you some option when I negotiate for you, okay? Another one is personal property. Sometimes you want to leave stuff behind, just say, hey, give it to the buyers. I'll negotiate for you too, because it's my job you hire me for. And the last thing is closing and possession day. If you want to stay back, rent back for free, I can actually talk to the buyer agent to get that done for you too. Because every process is all negotiation there. Do you have any question for that?
Everything is clear.
I know, this is the hardest thing. Most of agent, you have to go this route so you can close.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
there's
know
no
that this is
closing.
a lot of information for you guys, and the number one thing is that in negotiating, it's gonna depend on the motivation of how many offers we get. So we handle that really, really well because of our experience. If one offer comes in, does that mean that we can counter back? That's a question.
If you only have one offer.
Let's say if one offer comes in and it's a little bit low, what do you think might happen there? Could we counter back, would be the question.
I would assume so.
I would think so, right?
Mhm.
So that's where the urgency comes in. So it's only been on the market for a week, so you have a little bit more negotiating power when it
Mhm.
comes to that. That's the reason why we do all the steps that we do and try to get as many people in the open house. However, once you get 2 offers or 3 offers, then what we do is we have an approach for that. Twee, you want to explain what happens there?
Yeah, just like if you have many offers, then it's easier to talk to. Now, if you only one offer, then you can counter back what you want. But in different scenario, we always want to make sure that we are working in a middle ground. You're not looking at it. They have to win for them and win for you. That's how we get in mutual agreement. So many cases, I'm being the one that take a lot of pressure. You like, it's okay. So what I do, I always want to make sure I'm the middle person that take care of you first as a listing agent, and the other person is a buyer agent. You want to make sure you communicate with them to make them understand that why you counter back with different number at higher. And that's the only way I see that converted closing is no ego in the way. The worst thing is happen, you get into a closing day and then happen little thing could kill the deal because their ego in the way, upset, and then drama. So we
So
see a lot of happening.
Will you contact us anytime you get an offer, even if you have that one offer?
Yes.
That's a
Yes,
very good question.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right.
Our job.
Yeah.
That's our job. It's when we receive offer, we have to call you and let you know and forward that offer to you so you can review it.
The offer or as many offers as we have, and in this case, we're gonna have a reviewing date, and that's usually on a Tuesday, right, Twee?
Yeah.
So when we list it on a Thursday, we give it a little bit of time. The expectations is we'll take all offers by Tuesday,
Mhm.
and then we'll kind of gauge it on the weekend, and we'll let you know, every time we finish our open house, is how it went, how many people showed up, what were the feedback, what's the motivation?
Mhm.
So, and then when the offers come in, that's when our job really comes in and our experience is that, how do we negotiate that? It's good to have 2 or more offers when that happens. If there's one, it's still not the end of the world. We still can negotiate that as well, because it's in that first week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, in a market like this, you may get multiple offer situation coming back, which just mean our job is bring more offer we can. And we always choose the top 2 and 3